Hello and welcome to another showcase video. This time we have another small game of 18 cards. Well, this is a much maybe a bit bigger because it has also 6 cards to the additional 18, so 24 cards in total. This is another game in the deck. The thing that I'm doing right now, because these mechanics actually works pretty well for the stories I wanna convey, like confined into one deck. And we have the Mountains of Madness. So the deck game Mountains of Madness. If you watch the previous video with the Hunter in the Dark, it's the same thing, but there are some additional stuff and some new rules also. So again, here's a deck of 17 cards plus our main villain. In this deck is the Elder Thing. And we also have 6 of these location cards. So there is like moving through location and applying some effects to the field as you are on the specific location. So that's the new thing here. All right, so as always, setup is quite simple. You're gonna take the encounter deck. So without these locations, they are set aside together with the other thing. We're gonna shuffle the encounter deck. Then you have the option to, if you want to make your game a bit harder, discard 1 to 3 cards. I will not do that. You're going to draw 3 cards to the field. And then you're going to shuffle the other thing inside. And last thing you're going to do, you're going to flip this location deck. You're going to shuffle it and then you're going to flip it back and put it above the encounter deck. And this is our first location where we're starting. So supply dump, a large supply of various things is covered by the tent canvas. Many footprints are leading toward it, but none are leading back. So locations have these permanent effects, which are always active. This one says all curious cost 1 less symbol to the minimum of 1. So perfect. If I want to buy a curio, like this Luger, it's just 1 symbol as long as I'm on this location. Also keep in mind that location also have the symbols. So if you do a sacrifice, which you can do from a field, reserve, sacrifice pile, or the top of the discard pile, you also can sacrifice the top card of the location card, in which case you will take it, place it on the bottom of the deck, and then you just like moved, and the new effect's going to be active through the whole turn as you continue playing. All right, so let's see what we have here in the field. So I have a curio Luger 1920, and by the way, I managed to build this game rather quickly because all these illustrations I made for a different game, which was should have been like a reskin of a Rage More, but I seriously think they more fit to this setting, and I'm rather glad that I have them to use them for this game. Anyway, here I can exhaust a card to discard monster from a field, and we do have a madman here. And by the way, new icon for this set is the mountain. So we have the cross, gate, trauma, eclipse, other sign, and now the mountain. Last time we had the hunter. So basically always gonna have these and then additional icon just representing the specific set, so that's how you're not gonna be messing up. I mean, you cannot, I would say that you cannot like combine these sets, but I might actually make a set that could of the like expansion, which are like a neutral cards, which could have these basic icons without from the expansion, so you can sometimes shuffle them inside and play with them. But let's not talk about that. That's a distant future right now. All right, so there's a madman here. Curio is discard all cards from your reserve, then draw 1 terror damage. Also, you lose cards from your reserve, and then you also have to get terror damage. That's not good. And there's a peril also here, Flip your location deck face down, shuffle it, and flip it face up. Okay, Lost in the Storm. So yeah, so to be honest, I think I'm gonna use an action, common action from this Luger. So I'm gonna exhaust one, and we're gonna discard monster from a field. I need to remember it's a trauma on top. As for this one, can't do nothing about it. So let's check for the peril. It's a 1-against-1. Yeah, it's definitely gonna happen. So flip your location deck, shuffle it, flip it back. So now we are on the different location. We are moved to the frozen wasteland. As far as the eye can see, the white wasteland is devouring the sky. Cold is unbearable, and with your dwindling supplies, you will soon become a permanent part of this frozen land. So permanent effect, at the end of the turn, either discard one curio from the field or draw one terror damage. Well, too bad. Well, I actually can discard the Luger. So, yeah, I will do that. Now, these permanent effects give you some options, like an additional actions you wouldn't be able to do. Like this one just give me option to discard. And I will do that because I don't want to take a terror damage. So, we're gonna lose a Luger. And by the way, Lost in the Storm is also gonna go away because it was a peril. So now this is an effect. We need to keep an eye on that. Already 4 cards in a discard pile. Let's refill with the 3 new cards. Okay. Monster, peril, and the curio and a peril. Now let's see. If top card of the sacrifice pile has... Okay, I don't have nothing in the sacrifice pile. Can't do that. I can burn one to cycle infected bear and all other monster or perils from the field to the bottom of the encounter deck. Okay, something to think about. Terror damage is just bad. Especially this one. By the way, this new card game is even harder than the previous one. So I draw terror damage. If it's health, I draw an additional one. So there is a possibility you just die. So burning a card to do this is actually it's looking good. And this one, terror, is draw one card from the encounter deck and place it into the field. So it's gonna expand the field, or it's gonna make me just full of fields that I have to discard down to 3 at the beginning of the next turn. Alright. Well, I think I'm gonna burn one. Oh, but I have to be very careful. As always, like in the Hunter in the Dark, there are some specific cards. If you burn them, you're gonna lose the game by the end of your turn if you don't manage to get them back. In this game, it is the Elder Thing and the Aviation Fuel. Alright. Actually, not the Aviation Fuel. That's not true. Is it? Oh, yeah, it is. Actually, in this game, it's 3 things, I just remember, because you can also burn location. It is the Aviation Fuel, Elder Thing. Oh, wait. No, no, no. This game doesn't really care if you burn the Elder Thing. It's the... Oh, as always, I started to play and I completely forgot to explain what is the objective of this game. Okay, so between these locations, let's go back to that. There is a Crew Day airstrip location, where is the plane which you have to fuel up and escape. So if that's burned or the aviation fuel, you lose the game. So don't care about the other thing. If we burn it, good. It doesn't even have the symbol, so could work in your advantage. So let's look at the... Is it the... how it's called? The aviation fuel. If it is, then I'm in trouble. No, it's actually something in the ice. Okay, let's put this in the burn section. The cross. And then cycle infected bear, not bear, bear, and all other monster. Well, he's the only one monster. Where does he go? Oh, bottom of the encounter deck. So I was correct. Alright. That's all for now. No curious yet, though. let's just oh yeah, I need to check for these perils. That's a 3 against 2. Okay, so this terror effect will activate. Draw one card from the encounter deck and place it into the field. Okay, just gonna do that, which is not that bad. Then both of these perils gonna go away. I can choose which order. I'm gonna put this on top because that icon there is really something I need. That's an elder sign, a wild. Okay, let's refill the field. Oh, the shot. Okay, luckily for me there is a sled dog. Okay, so I can cycle to discard one monster repeller from the field. We're gonna do that. Sadly, I'm not be able to sacrifice something to get the dog right now. Oh, by the way, I forgot. Permanent effect. I should have a terror damage already. Okay, let's draw this. Okay, sanity damage. I need to keep an eye on this. This is a new thing for me because, as I said, I just made this game. Alright, so let's cycle one. Yeah, let's see what's recycling. Ancient tablet. To discard one monster here. And that's all I can do for now. I don't have a curio. I have to draw a terror. And that's gonna finish me off. I don't have any free actions to get myself out of this problem. 2 sanity damage. It's the end of my turn. And I died in the frozen wasteland. So as you can see, this game is even harder than the previous one. Okay, so in any case, a little showcase and the playthrough in one. You can see how this works. You can see how the location works. The only thing that I need to also explain, there is let me search here. Where is that showgot? Here it is. There is a new action called forced, which you do after you finish doing all your actions and before testing for monster perils. And this one is really bad one. It says either discard all curious to the sacrifice file or draw 1 terror damage. So this whole game is trying to prevent you to get curious and just kill you in that way. Or because you remember, I have to get that aviation fuel, which you have to get and on the correct location. So most of these gonna just try to destroy your reserve because you're in winter. I mean, on the Antarctica, in the wasteland, trying to survive. You don't have much stuff, and it's gonna slowly kill you. In any case, thanks for watching, and I'm gonna probably do a normal playthrough, and that's gonna be that. Maybe a few more playthroughs of this game. So see you next time. I'm glad to show you this game. Goodbye.